Of all the pivotal dramatic moments of humanity's first tentative reach beyond the cradle Earth, those that made up the brief period just before, during, and after that particular instant in which Neil Armstrong first stepped upon the surface of the moon remain the most definitive 5 minutes in the whole first age of human space exploration. That brief moment, when the first human footprint was pressed into the alien dust amid the eerie silence of the lunar landscape, that moment still defines the first long day of humanity's adventures among the stars, as surely as the first step itself divided history into the period before and the period after human beings walked on a terrain other than their own familiar ground. The Apollo 11 crew, Commander Neil Armstrong, Lunar Module Pilot Buzz Aldrin, and Command Module Pilot Michael Collins, lifted off from Launch Pad 39A at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida at 8:32 a.m. on July 16, 1969. They passed their first 2.5 hours in space in a parking orbit around the Earth, while they methodically checked the equipment and systems of their spacecraft, which included the Columbia Command Module that housed the crew, and the Eagle lunar module that Armstrong and Aldrin would call home during their stay on the lunar surface. On July 19th, Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins entered orbit around the moon. They were just the third group of human beings to do so. Before them, the crews of Apollo 8 and Apollo 10 had been the sole point of human contact with the weak gravitational pull of the lunar sphere. At about 12:30 in the afternoon on July 20th, Armstrong called out, "The Eagle has wings," signaling to Mission Control and to a huge worldwide audience following the mission's progress on television and radio that the lunar module had undocked from the command module. With that, Armstrong and Aldrin began the final leg of their journey to the surface in the lunar module Eagle, leaving Collins to continue to orbit the moon alone in the Columbia Command Module. As Eagle reached a distance of just 34,000 feet from the lunar dust, an unexpected moment of drama arose. A warning light flashed on the lunar module's instrument panel. Mere minutes remained before the landing would have to be called off, if the problem were determined to be a genuine cause for concern. In that brief span of time, NASA engineers found the warning light had been triggered by the lunar module's landing radar, which was feeding too much data into the system. Armstrong and Aldrin were given the go-ahead to continue with the landing. Once he'd successfully set the lunar module down on that patch of the lunar surface known as the Sea of Tranquility, Armstrong marked the moment with a matter-of-fact transmission to Mission Control. "Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed." Then, at that moment just after 9:30 p.m. in the Eastern Time Zone of the United States, Armstrong opened the hatch of the odd-looking lunar spacecraft and carefully made his way down the ladder that breached the short distance from the vehicle's porch to the dusty surface below. He paused at the foot of the ladder, testing the light pull of the lunar environment against the effort necessary to propel himself from one step to another. Then, with one quick movement, he took his first step onto the surface of the moon, saying as he did, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind."